my dashers. It's another Wednesday, so it's the Cooking Live Lunch with Lisa. And we've got a good one for you. I've got my wonderful sloppy chicken to make. Um, so this has become a huge family favorite. My son, my daughter love it. Every time they see the first meal they want is sloppy chicken. So I got this recipe from a friend of mine about a good 15 years ago. I can't take credit for it, but again, it's become the family staple. Let's see if there's anyone in the house today. It's well, Larissa was in school, so I hope she went back to class. So I know she is, thank goodness. So sloppy chicken is basically chicken with a layer of American cheese, and then it's topped with cream of mushroom soup. All right. You let that cook at 425 degrees for about 20 minutes because what I do is I cut up the chicken into different chunks. Okay, so they're small bite size automatically. And then I lay and it's layered. It's layered in. And once it reaches that 425, I put it in for about 20 minutes. And then I open it up and I'll drizzle it with French's onion on the top. Let it cook for the last like 5 to 10 minutes. And then pour that over egg noodles. That is pretty much it. It's a simple, simple recipe. Um, Definitely, if you are using, and it has to be done with an oven because it needs to bake. Okay. And so here's the thing. If you have a single burner and you use the Colemen, which is the big box silver one, be careful because it overlaps the burner where you need the hole to come up, or the heat to come up to cook it, and it will heat the compartment that has your fuel. So this recipe is either, should be done on a two burner stove, something that has a little bit more space and it's not over fuel, or an oven at home, or the Omni oven. As you can see, the Omni oven, I have done this recipe on a single burner stove. Um, I just had to have two of them so I could cook the noodles at the same time. There we go. Well, and I have Starlink on too, so it's surprising. So if I go out, don't worry because it's kind of a distance away from where I'm located. But, satellites go in and out, guys. See, there's two people in the. Hey, Brenda, how was it? I got to see all of your videos from Burning Man. Loved it. Oh my God. I was like, oh, I'm jelly. So jealous. All right, so let's make this sloppy chicken. Um, let's see. Elsa's in the house. ODT, 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 ODT. Yippee! Thanks for what? I loved them. I loved them. I loved all of them. All right, so we're going to start because otherwise, it'll take forever if we sit chat first. So let's start cooking because here's the best part about this dish. It's a make it, put it on the oven and let it sit. And that's it. I mean, you don't touch it, you don't look at it, you just let it go. Now, I look at the temperature to make sure that it's at 425, but other than that, I don't touch it. So let's get to prepping and getting everything ready. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set the oven up, and I'm going to preheat the oven while I'm assembling the chicken, the layer of cheese, and then the layer of cream of mushroom soup. All right, that's all that's on it. Just those 3 ingredients. No salt, no pepper, no nothing, just plain and simple. All right, so let's get to it. So this is my Omnia oven. All right, I'm going to move my chair out the way. This is the Dasherville kitchen laundry room. You guys can hear me, right? Give me a thumbs up. Make sure that I'm all good. Let's see. Everybody saying hi. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Everything good? I don't want to start this and then it doesn't work. All right, thumbs up. Woohoo! Thanks, Elsa. Thanks, Brenda. Okay, so I got the Omnia oven with its case and everything else like that, but I also bought the thermometer for it as well. So my VanLife oven. Another thing I got to learn. Mute the phone. All right, so the Omnia oven comes in parts and pieces. All right. I just bought the case because I'm not very gentle, and this is, it's pretty flimsy as far as what it is, but I didn't want to bend it or crush it or anything like that. So this is steel, but this is aluminum. So go figure that. So this is the thermometer that it comes with. I mean, you have to buy this separate, but I put it on the lid. The set I bought comes with the little for biscuits, but cookies, but I'll take that out. Not using that. I have a silicone tray to which all of our food is going to go in. Got the bottom, 2 trays, and this. So this is all what's going to go on your burner. As you can see on the bottom, has a hole. So that's going to be placed right in the middle of your, what do you call it, the pilot or the burner. So the heat rises inside this, and that's what creates the oven. So I'm going to attach my thermostat. And one of the holes, they have several different holes in it. Any one of them works. Doesn't have to be any specific one, but you got to tie it in. All right. And it is hot here. So when you place it on, you're going to look to make sure that the burner is right in the middle. Okay. There you go. All right. Now I'm going to light it. Come on. Oh, come on. You're going to be like that? Go. Now I took down the heat so it basically covers just the bottom. I don't want it to go over the edges. I want it to go right at that bottom to heat that bottom tray. So that is now going to sit and preheat while I cut up the chicken and get that started. Now I washed my hands prior to coming out because I knew I was going to cook. So, and I've done all of the surfaces. So I basically got the chicken tenderloin, but you can get anything, chicken breast, chicken, I bought the tenderloins because they're already kind of split up. So what you're going to do is you're going to make these into bite sizes, and then you're going to put them on the bottom of the tray, of your silicone tray here. Just make them into bite size, matter, random stuff. They look a little big, cut them down. You want them to be bite size. So I'm going to put that in. Next one. Now this amount will probably serve 4, but if you're cooking it for yourself, you can always have extras. Trust me, I've done it. But it definitely serves 4 people, 4 adults, without a problem. Now, prior to this morning or this afternoon or this cooking session, I made sure everything was clean, sanitized, because I don't know about you, but just because it's outside doesn't mean that it's clean. So I make sure it's clean before I do any prepping or anything out here. Hey, it's, you know, out in the wilderness. What we do. And you can do this at a campsite, anywhere. Basically, I'm covering the bottom of this insert. Okay, it's pretty big, so I'm cutting it in half and then making my cubes. Okay. So it's going to look like this, pretty much. All right. Next is the layer of cheese. It is humid here in Texas, so don't mind me. Now, I usually use deli cheese, but I have these singles, so I might as well just use these as well. So all you're going to do, you're going to take this single, and you are going to cover all of the chicken. So basically, you're going to layer it up. Layer it up, layer it up, layer it up, layer it up. Now you're probably asking why. Well, 1, it gives it the flavor. 2, when you go to put on your cream of mushroom soup, this will help it to keep the chicken in place, because you don't want to mix your cheese and your chicken with your soup. What's going to happen is this is all going to melt, and basically your chicken is going to take on that flavor of the chicken soup and the cheese. So you don't want to mix them, you want to layer them. I use these for grilled cheese sandwiches with ham. A ham cheese sandwich, woo! Those are so good. Okay. Right. Get one more. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make little make that into 4s and put them into the little corners. Just so everything, oh, lost a cheese. Lost cheese. Dang it. Maybe I can cut this one. There you go. All right. So this is what we got. That's what it looks like. Now we're going to fill it all the way to the brim with cream of mushroom soup on that layer. Now I want to check to see how my, oh man, that is way too hot. Ooh, my stove was way too hot. Yeah, way too hot. That thing was going. Woo! That was really going. Woo! Boy, oh boy. You think I better get some, what do you call it, pot holders. Okay. Ooh, get back down, buddy. That was over 600. Wasn't keeping an eye on the preheating of the stove. Yeah, I got to get pot holders. Again, I packed them where they are. I don't know. See what the comments are looking like. Everyone's saying hi, thumbs up for me. Sounds like mango tree. Yeah, Graham would love that. Annie's in the house. For Graham. At least you can hear it, right? It's nice. Don't get me wrong. There is like nobody here. Nobody. Oh boy, come on, baby. Whew. Definitely don't want to burn it. Bring a smaller one. I think I better let it cool down a bit. I'm like, woo, woo. Yeah, it is definitely cooking. There we go. It's starting to come down. Whew. All right. Whew. And there we go. Whew, boy. I would have put that in without checking. Woo, that would have been burnt. All right, we're still going to go. Yeah, it is as low as it's going to go. So that's the way it's going to go. Okay, so the last ingredient is the cream of mushroom. Now, you can use just a regular size can. I like extra sauce, so I make sure I fill up my little thing to the brim because I love the sauce on the noodles even without the chicken. So I kind of use it as like a secondary. So yeah, it's so good. So you can use just a regular 8-ounce can. This one is 22.6 ounces. I probably won't use all of this. I'll probably use 3/4 of it, and then I'll save the other, soup for something else. Maybe some Salisbury steak or something. Whew. Looks like I am going to have to do an intermediate. I've never cooked on this particular 2-burner stove. So it looks like I'm going to have to intermittently turn on and off to make sure that it stays at around 425 because it's reaching about, and it's on its lowest setting. So it is about 455 at the moment. And I can't turn it off without extinguishing the flame. All right. Last but not least, dun, 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 get away. Trash. Cream of mushroom soup. No. Get away, get away. Basically, I am going to spread this. This is why you need the deli cheese, because you're going to move the cream of mushroom around. So you need to be able to smooth it out without moving the chicken. Oh, this is going to be so good. Oh, I might be able to use the whole can. Now I'm going to have leftovers for sure because I am one person. But this is good for, you know, if you have a family or if you want to do a, you know, a potluck, or if you want to, you know, share the burden cooking with somebody. This is the most easiest thing to make because it's a set it and forget it kind of a meal. I might as well use the whole can. Ugh. It is humid here in Texas right now. It doesn't know if it wants to be hot or if it wants to rain. So I'm like, really? Really? Mm. Okay. All right. So that is what it looks like. It is like a layer. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into the Omnia oven. Yeah, it's peaking at 500. So I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to put this in. It'll probably get back down to the 420 and then we'll start cooking it. Okay. All you do is you pick it up and you drop it in. Now this is silicone, so it won't burn. Just drop it in and put your lid on. Ooh, pick that up with my hands. That was not the wisest thing to do. Okay. Now that dropped it down a little bit, so now I'm going to relight it again just to where it just starts, where it holds the flame. And the lighter is What do I do with it? There it is. Okay. Come on. Man, this is really... There we go. Okay, now that the food has gotten in there, it cooled off the pan. So now we'll just let it rise up a little bit. All right. Now I'm going to set my timer for 20 minutes. And then we can check. 20 minutes, start. All right. So what I like to do is, to stay on top of it because, we are out in the middle of nowhere. I always keep everything cleaned, or try to keep it clean. What do you call it? Cooking while you're working, or cleaning while you're cooking. Clean as you go. Clean as you go. Okay, so the only two things we have left is to, one, cook our noodles, which I use the no yolk egg noodles, extra broad. That's what I use. And then the French's crispy fried onions. So this is what, after 20 minutes, I'm going to drizzle on and then cook for the last 10 minutes. Now, just before that, I will start doing the egg noodles. The egg noodles don't take very long to cook, thank goodness. So I've got my pot ready for that. So once that's done, once this is cooked, it's drained, and we've already put not coming up to par. So let me see what's going on. Did I miss the... No, it's in there all right. Okay. Okay, it's coming back up slowly. Because once you put in the food, it is going to affect the temperature of the food, or of the oven, because of the way that, once you put in the food, because it is cold compared to the pan itself. So that's why it has its fluctuations. So let's see what we got. Whew. Yes, you need to get pot holders. I know, right? I do. They're packed, but God only knows where the hell they are. I tried to find them, but I'm like, oh well. Normally, I don't use, like I said, the only time I really use the pot holder is for this Omni oven or for cooking like this. Because the Omni oven is metal and I have to grab it off. There's no handle for it or anything like that. So unfortunately, I have to do it that way, which is fine. It's just I couldn't find the pot holders. So now I got this. Okay. I do have the trivet. So once it is done and I take it off and leave the base until it cools, I will take it off and I will put it on the bamboo trivet so it doesn't burn anything. Um, and the silicone insert doesn't melt because it's silicone, thank God. So that's kind of nice. Let's see. And a headband. Yeah, I know, right? I'm like, I tried because it's just literally so bad. Last couple of days have been really, really humid here in Texas. And it's not that it's hot, it's just humid. So I am like, oh my God. It's, I don't want to cook inside my inside of Dasherville due to the fact that that's heat. And so I don't want heat in there. I want to keep it cool while it's all damp and crappy out here. It's okay in there. So I do all my cooking and, I have my shower over there. I have my laundry, as you can see, my laundry over here. So I have all of that. It's just, you know, you got to deal with what you got. I have no plumbing. I have electricity, but I have no plumbing. So, yes, I am doing my business in a bucket and a jug. So, you know what it is. It's being out here in the middle of nowhere. Let's see. Sloppy chicken. Yeah, looks like I'll have to watch it again from the beginning and make notes. I know it is. It's going to be really yummy. And like I said, I got this recipe about 10 to 15 years ago from a friend, and it became a family favorite. So every time my son comes to visit or I visit them, Mom, can you make sloppy chicken? Can you make sloppy chicken? And it was funny because, this is the family favorite. So um, uh, has a girlfriend, and his girlfriend tried it, and she's like, "Can I have seconds?" You're like, "Absolutely, go ahead." And then Will ate it for like 3 days in a row because I made a huge pot for the family. This is just for me for a couple of days. So it feeds a family of four, but for me, I can eat 2 servings because it's that good. So for me, it's 2 meals. Sorry, I like to eat, no lie. And if I make it, oh yeah. But it's such an easy recipe. It's a set it and forget it. Let it cook. It does its own. Don't lift it. Don't anything. Just leave it. Which reminds me. No, we're still doing good. Hmm. Okay, so right now it's at 3:25. So I might actually keep it on for a little bit more than 20 minutes. Because there's no harm in, especially if you cut them up in chunks, your chicken will get cooked. Because what's happening is the cheese and the cream of mushroom will integrate with the cheese. I mean, with the chicken on the bottom. And see, the chicken on the bottom will cook because of the heat. That's the closest to the heat. Okay, so it's the closest to the warmth. Whereas the cream of mushroom and cheese will melt and basically kind of boil it in a way. Um, it is so good. So it seems like my one pot cooking thing. Because what I will do is I will cook the egg noodles, drain them, and then I will take the Omnia Oven, the silicone, and dump it into that pot with the egg noodles. And then you just mix it all up. There you go. And it's so good. It's so good. Even Carol was like, I think Jessica had 2 servings that day. It was good. Hey, Crystal Adventures. How are you doing? I watched the video with your animals. It was cute. Hola, amiga. Hola, mi amiga. Amiga. Everybody saying hi. So, do you think this is a better way to do the live one, Lisa live lunch? At least you can see me better, right? I'm actually using my DJI Pocket 3. So when I get up and move, it follows me. So you guys can see what I'm doing. I think it's a better way to do these lives. But what do you think? Let's see what time we got. Still got 10 minutes for the 20. So halfway through. So about 15 minutes through, I'm going to start cooking the noodles. But I think I want to wait the full 20 because I think I want to leave it just probably till 35 minutes, and then it should be good to go. Let's see what we got. I mean, you guys like this format better, or is it too distracting with everything in the background and you want more? Um, but I think it's kind of nice that you guys get to see, like, if you were literally out in your van, how would you be cooking? You know? Shut up! Really? She was assaulted? And has upload available for viewing after the lunch live. Oh, absolutely. Prayer Selene, why? What? Why? I mean, seriously, people, why? I'll have to wait for the. That's all right. It's an easy one to do. You know, it's an easy one to check up on. That is crazy to hear, but I will definitely check that out after the lunch live. Yep, I'm gonna have to let it cook for just a little bit longer than. Let me see if I have it in the right place. I think I went over the middle part. So I don't think I was on the middle part. So I think it was over because it wasn't heating up right. And I'm like, what? I had the flame on too hard, but I hear it bubbling. So I know it's cooking and it smells like, yes, yum, yum. I always say, don't ever cook, always, everything does not have to be cooked on high. And I have to keep reminding myself that, it is not cooked on high all the time. So, hmm. All right, we'll leave it alone. At least I checked on it. Yeah, it was over. It was over the bottom of the pan. So what you want to do is you want to have your elements like being cooked on the bottom of that Omni oven. Okay, so that's what's heated. Then the heat goes in the inside and comes out the sides to the food. Now I hear it bubbling and I smell it, so I know it's cooking. So normally it's at 425, but if it's not at 425, you just leave it in for a little longer. No big deal. So see the comments. I know, OMG. She is okay. Oh, good. Looks really good. Well, thank you for the update. I will go check that out as soon as the lunch live is over. She is okay. This way for the live stream is great. Oh, great. Thank you. Thank you for the comment. Because hey, it's a work in progress, guys. You know, there's so much, so many elements. See if I can go down a little. There we go. There's so many elements involved, in trying to get everything to work right. So I want to make sure that, yes, I am cooking out here in the. I don't have an oven. Yeah, I can put it into a toaster oven and do all that, but I am more like an extension of my van. This is a home base. So I only have electricity. That's the only thing I have. I don't have water. I don't have sewer. I don't have the modern conveniences of most homes. And yes, I did order my garage door, everybody, finally. Um, but it will be installed when I'm at the beet harvest. So when I come home from the beet harvest, it'll be done. Yay. Um, but yeah, it's a work in progress, y'all. But that's good to know. You like this kind of format where you can see stuff because I sat there and think, well, you don't really need to see everything. You just need to see what it looks like when it's assembled. So that's the reason why I did what I did. Yeah, it seems to be good. Okay. Just so I know. Which is always good. Okay. So it says I have 3 minutes and 43 seconds left. So I'm going to start making the noodles and let it sit for a little bit more. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on some French's onion and we'll be right back with that, right? All right. So French's onion goes on, and what you want to do is you want to bake it on the top. So it's going to turn a little golden brown. So this adds like the salt content to the dish, plus a little bit of texture. Why do they make these things always so difficult to open? I swear. Really? Or is it just me? Y'all have problems with this? I swear. Should open it. Okay, there we go. Yay. Okay. So this is what it looks like when you open it. Now, when I put it in the dish on the top and everything else, it ends up being like brown or brown. So it doesn't look like this kind of brown. It looks like it's cooked. It's a dark brown. So that's ready. I need to start noodles. Okay, need to start the noodles. Hmm. Right. So we're going to start the noodles. Oh, one thing I did forget is the salt. So I'll be right back. Ooh, is it nice in here? Okay. Is it still following me? Probably not. Come on. Hello. Come on, wakey, wakey. There we go. So basically, whenever you boil anything, salt acts as a conductor to help it boil faster. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. Now, while that's boiling, I'm going to add the French's onion on top. Okay. Oh, shit. As you can see, one of the French's onion fell. No, can't do it that way. I got to do it this way. So normally, it's just me eating, but if I'm cooking for somebody else, I would put gloves on, but I'm the only one eating this, and I know I washed my own hands. Now I generously put it in, because I like a lot in mine. Okay, so that's going. Put the top back on. All right. Yeah, well, I'm not a pro cook, guys. Not a pro cook at all, so whatever. Now I still have some left, so as you can see, this is how much I used. So I have some left, so when I eat a serving, I will put some of the raw ones on top, just to give it that extra texture, extra flavor. But now I'm going to let that go, do its thing. How we doing here? Okay, we're starting to see some bubbles. So I'm going to put the whole dang package in. Yep, whole packaging. Because like I said, I will always have leftovers. So for me, leftovers is fine. I got no problem with that. Stir. Yeah, I'll wait till that boils up and then I'll take the lid off and lower the heat. That'll cook while it's still going. So I will go ahead and take off the dinner when the noodles are done because it's going to take about another, I'm going to say 5 to 7 minutes. So this obviously is cooked longer than normal. Yeah. So then it'll be done. Let's see what we got. Is anyone able to make sure she's good? I wish I was close. I really do. Why not? Yeah, right? I wish I was close, but I am not. It's real life. You got that right. It's real life. This is it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is the way I cook and I eat. Okay. And just because I don't have an oven doesn't mean that I can't eat well. Even just a stove. Hey, I've got a stove. It's right there. Granted, I could cook outside, but you know what? It's okay because I still get to eat what I want, still cook. Um, so I don't consider it an inconvenience. It's just the way of life, It's like, taking care of my business. Other people would not do that. But for me, it's like, no biggie. Yeah. And she lifted it so easily. Okay. Yep, put the whole dang package in. You got home yesterday from Burning Man. Ugh. I swear I'm going to go next year. I swear I am. No, because literally it is still in boxes and a hot mess. So, uh, it's kind of hard because Fuzzy's in there too, and I'm still trying to put the garage door in and a whole bunch of stuff. I started doing a thing where it's 1 box a day. I get rid of 1 box a day. And if I get rid of 1 box a day, then it shouldn't take me long to clear up the rest of the stuff. So that has been my goal. Once it's in some shape of an order, I probably will do a walkthrough, but there is just way too much garbage that I still need to purge because it's just not happening. I know you enjoyed it. I know. Hey, Pam, how are you? You're not late. We're just finishing up. The oven didn't want to work so much, so we're having to give it a little extra time. Oh, but it's smelling good. My stomach's very hungry. I didn't eat. Yeah, exactly. She takes good, good. Somebody, at least her son's with her. Hot mess sounds like me. It is a hot mess. I do too. I will be checking that out too. Um, Prayers out for her because Lord knows she don't need that kind of stuff. Who does? Nobody really does actually. Um, so I'll be definitely checking that on after this lunch live. All right. Oh, One thing I love about egg noodles is that they're very quick to make. So it shouldn't take long for these to work or to cook. Because not like ziti noodles or anything else. You need at least 20 to 25 minutes to get even al dente for like ziti or rigatoni or that kind of thing. Egg noodles are they're so easy to so quick to make. Hmm. I'm so wanna, it's so tempting to lift up that cover, but it's like don't because that's what's keeping the heat in, to cook it. So don't do it. I catch myself all the time doing the same thing, like, I want to know, is it cooking? Yes, it's cooking. I'm just too dang hungry. Oh, so from Sunday's live, I found out that the Starlink only took 1.7 gigs for that whole entire hour of live. Wow. And you're given 50 gigs a month? Yeah. I don't think I'll have a problem with just using it for 50. But the best part about it is like if I go up to the beet harvest and I find out that my cell phone coverage is good enough for uploading, they'd charge me for that. Oh, of course. I didn't even look. See, satellite got out. Satellite got rearranged. But that's the best part about having the mobile, the 50 gigs. So 50 gigs definitely works. 1.7 gigs for the whole entire live. Awesome. And you're giving 50 for $50? Yeah, no problem. So, but if my cell phone is working, I will just use my cell phone and pause my Starlink. If it's enough, at least 10 gigs for uploads. Good to go. Yay. Okay, let's see what this is looking like because this has been over my 25 minutes. I don't want to burn it. Still good. Still going to leave it on while I'm cooking the noodles. Noodles are almost done. Okay. Whew. So this is going to be a cheesy, cheesy, cheesy dish. Cheese and cream of mushroom, chicken, noodles. I mean, what else can you ask for? Let's see what we got. Just a little bit more. Maybe 2 more minutes. Right now, it's just on the cusp of being al dente. So good. Let's see. Is there any comments? Let's see what we got. I thought I saw a sorrel climbing up one of the trees in the background, but then I realized it was a fly on my screen. Ah. Oh, let's see what we got. Let's see. Wow, I missed a lot of them, huh? Egg noodles are so much better for you than regular noodles. Yes. And this is the new no yolk ones. Where egg noodles better. Grains aren't. Yep, carbs. All right. There we go. That's a good point. I just particularly like the taste better. Okay, I know these are gonna be done. But you know me, you gotta check. Perfect al dente. Sweet. Okay. I'm gonna turn all my fuel off. All right. Hey. That will not hit the pan again. Maybe I'm gonna have to. Okay. Spillage. Now here's the one thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to throw it out in the winter because you don't want critters coming at your place. So make sure you throw out your stuff. Now, no, this is noodles. So I make sure I put it like way out there. So I'll put that aside. Now it's the truth. Oh boy. I got to get the other one. So the bottom part always stays on there until it cools down. So I'm just taking the middle part and putting it on the trivet. Oh, yeah, buddy. I'll put this back here. See if I can do this without. Oh, come on. See if this will go down for me. This is what it's looking like, guys. Now you're going to mix this with the noodles. That's what's happening. Okay. All right. Whew. Okay. This is the hot part. Take it off the trivet. And basically, you're going to just put it in there. So I'm going to grab normally a spatula. Definitely cook the chicken because there's browning on the chicken itself. So I know that the chicken has been cooked 100%. I'm going to get all this goodness out. Now this is silicone, which is great because it can easily be cleaned up. So I'm just going to take it. Ah, seriously? And put it in there. Okay. Plate. Serve it up. It's one of my favorites, so I'm going to eat it. Put the cover on. Get a fork. Now, if you want to add more salt, you can. I usually add a little bit more of the French's onion on the top. All right, everybody. This is sloppy chicken. Now you can see the chicken has been, let me see if I can show you. Okay. You can see that the chicken has browned on the bottom. So I know that this chicken has been cooked. Now I just eat just like that. All right, lunch is done. That's it. Now it's just cleaning up the mess after it cools down because I sure don't want to touch those pans any more than I have to. And I got to find those oven mitts. So this is pretty much it. Hot. Dish me up, girl. I know. It is so good, guys, honestly. Quick, easy. I mean, it's like set it and forget it for like 20 minutes. Cook your noodles, slap it on top, done. It's a layer, three things, chicken, cheese, cream of mushroom. Cook it for 20 minutes. Put the French's onion on top. Cook your noodles. Mix everything together. You're done. It was so easy because it was like a 30-minute deal and it was done. Oh, oh, Nora's in the house. Hey. Looks yummy. It is. It's very, very, very yummy. And it's got chicken. I use the egg noodles instead of the green noodle, the wheat noodles. Extra raw, cream of mushroom. Yeah, it's not the healthiest thing with the French's onion and everything else, but the French's onion gives it the salt and it gives it a good texture, so it's not just chicken and noodles. But the chicken is definitely done. Yep, definitely done. But you can make this right with the Omnia Oven. So definitely worth getting. Those are really good. Now, what's nice about YouTube, hey, maybe you didn't make it today, that's fine. But if you do make it, hey, please leave a comment back on this video so so I know that you guys have tried it, liked it, or what. Um, it's one thing to do the lives, but it's one thing to, see if, you guys got any value out of it. I think being able to cook just not mac and cheese or, ramen when you're on the road, you can actually have good meals like this. It just, you got to know how to do it. I'm all about the whole, I don't want to spend a lot of time. My chicken noodle soup was 5 minutes. Put everything in one pot and eat it and hook me, but the grams of protein that I got, everything was more than I'd ever get from a can. So, and tastier. But the cheese, the cream of mushroom, French's onion, chicken, and I did it from a 2-burner stove. Everybody saying hi. Thumbs up. Definitely going to try this. Thanks for posting the recipe under more. Yes. Now that you know the steps, it's just easier to do it. You can come back to the video as many times as you want, to see how it's all made. Yes, you can fast forward through stuff, because we're talking. It's, a lunch live, after all. I was going to do videos, but lunch lives are more personal. Get to talk to you guys. You can see I'm cooking for real. It's not like I'm cooking on a stove and everything else and pretending to be a van lifer. Because This is it. You know, granted, I'm at home base, but I'm still, you know, off grid in a way. I mean, I have electricity. That's the only thing I got. Sketch diary zone. Nice. See, even she said nice. Oh, really? So I don't know where it came from. Like I said, I got it from a friend 10 to 15 years ago, and it's become my family's favorite. My kids, every time they want me to cook, or they haven't seen me and they want me to cook, they want this. First thing they ask. I always make sure that I have the ingredients on hand. I mean, it's just chicken tenderloins cut up into pieces. You put that layer down, you put some cheese down on that layer, you put the cream mushroom on top and cook it for 20 minutes at 425. But since this never got to 425 with the dish in it, um, we just cooked it for a little 10 minutes more. No biggie. And then you did the noodles. No big deal. I was telling my husband about your meal. He says it sounds good. It's delicious. Trust me. Easy to make. It's a set it and forget it, just as long as you make sure that you keep your alarm on, so you don't let it overcook. This is actually overcooked because the chicken is actually browned on the bottom a little bit. So I know at least it's been overcooked. So it's not undercooked, but the pieces, like the chicken pieces, best part is if you don't have chicken pieces, it's the noodle and the sauce and the French's onion itself is good to eat on its own. So you don't have to have chicken in every bite, but it's so good. I don't like chicken breast. It's too dry for me. So having the extra sauce, the reason why I use the whole big can is because I don't like the dryness of the chicken. But these days, I prefer chicken over meat. Get away from me, bug. mm. Mm-hmm. That's why I always use cream of chicken for my chicken soup. Okay, here's the difference between white and dark meat. White meat is very dry, but it has high protein in it. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, uh, chicken breast it is white meat, more protein, whereas dark meat has more fatty flavors. Okay, it's very flavorful, but it's fatty. It's the fatty part of the chicken. Okay, but it's also the most flavorful. Not gonna lie. Okay, I prefer dark meat. The way that I have white meat is this way when it's in sauce or in something like chicken noodle soup was in the bouillon, in with the corn. It was in a soup. So I can't eat chicken breast by itself. It's just not happening. I don't like it unless I make it where I know the flavor is going to be there. If that makes sense. But dark meat is fattier, less protein, um, but it's the most flavorful. This looks delicious, isn't it? I swear. Now, if you want to, have some bread or whatever with it, fine, but I don't because the pasta's enough. It is so good though. I'm not gonna lie. Mm. Hmm. Well, what I do is I use Velveeta mac and cheese, Velveeta mac and cheese, and tuna with some peas. That's how I use canned tuna, and I put some crumpled up potato chips on top. So I make like a tuna fish casserole with Velveeta mac and cheese as the base. Well, yeah, I guess you could also put tuna in this dish. It's going to be hard though because you have to layer the cheese. I don't know because the tuna is already cooked. So that could work if you mixed it all together. You wouldn't have to use deli cheese because this meat wasn't cooked. It was raw. So if the canned tuna, if you do canned tuna, I guess you could mix it in with the cream of mushroom and then put a layer of cheese on top. And then when that melted down, put the French's onion on top. It is delicious. I don't like brown meat. I know, right? Everybody has their, but see, I'll eat the white meat like this, no problem. Cook noodles and elbow macaroni, cream of mushroom soup mixed together, add a can of tuna and peas and nice, and mix it all together in a bit and heat it up. Yep. Oh, that makes a good tuna casserole or tuna pasta salad. Tuna pasta salad. No, that's a traditional tuna casserole. Mm-hmm. Sorry, guys, I'm hungry. Mm-hmm. Well, now you know. This is what I call sloppy chicken, and it's actually delicious. And that Omnia Oven is good for about 4. I mean, you can see. I had a good healthy serving, and I still have all this left. So I've got at least another 2 to 3 meals with that. So it's enough to cook for a family of 4, definitely. So good. And I had a good portion. It wasn't like I was cheating on the portion. Tim's egg rolls and buy sloppy chicken. Or chicken soup too. That's really good. Carol! It is, you've seen this. Carol has had my sloppy chicken. Definitely. She and Jessica have had my sloppy. What do you think of the sloppy chicken? Carol's in the house, y'all. Sorry, I have to look down to read the comments because the camera's up. Absolutely. It is, it's very easy to make. Um, it's basically you slop it together, let it cook some noodles, put it in the pan, boom, done. But did it in the Omnia Oven. And I have to get pot holders. I have to just go out and get some pot holders. I have them. They're packed somewhere. God only knows where. I'm just going to have to buy new ones. But this is what I mean by the chicken being overdone. You see that it got browned on the bottom because that was the first element. So, but not enough to be burnt. So it wasn't like overdone. It's well done. It's cooked, but it's not burnt. Yeah, we want to know. Last time we talked, we definitely want to know. Thought of you as I refilled my cup. Well, everyone, that's pretty much lunch. I went way over today. Hour and a half, geez. I was going to preheat the oven. I was going to do all of that stuff, but I figured you guys want to see everything from start to finish. So that's pretty much it. Now I'm just going to go ahead and clean up all the mess um, and just put away all the dishes so everything is clean. Again, you don't want to be throwing water and dishwater and stuff out, close to where your camp is. Make sure that it's far enough away so you don't get critters coming to your place or bugs or flies or anything like that. Once everything is done, I will sanitize the whole area and then I would be done for the day, or at least for the meal. Jesus. I mean, why? Why? Enjoyed it, Lisa. So, what's next on the menu? Okay, well, I don't know. What's next on the menu? I think I will probably make an Asian dish. I haven't made an Asian dish, and a lot of people have been, I've been making mostly American stuff. So maybe I'll make a quick Asian meal next week. Or we can find out what your favorite recipes are. Um, but I figured, Lunch Live isn't like, these are tips and tricks that I use while I'm out here on home base. And, but hey, we can also find out what recipes that are your quick and easy favorites. So I agree. What's next? I love Asian food. Yeah, I mean, I've got a lot that I could do for Asian food. I just started making mochi. I have miso soup that I have with rice, along with homemade. I make tonkatsu. Um, I'm still trying to perfect my gyoza, but I've made curry. Curry takes a long time though. I'm not going to lie, so that would have to be more of a video than it would be for a lunch live. Um, because that's something that usually takes about 4 to 5 hours. So I could actually start it and then assemble it during a lunch live. But curried beef is fantastic. So I could start and prep everything and show you what I did and then assemble it and let it cook because then everything is already cooked. That might be a way to do it. Um, that's a family favorite as well, curry rice. Curried beef rice. So let's see, how about chicken and shrimp fried rice? I would rather do, well, chicken is fried rice in general. Hmm, maybe I'll do chicken and steak, chicken and beef fried rice. Chicken and beef fried rice. That's easy to do. Egg, soy sauce, so a little bit of, I got it. I got you. That I can do. We have something called rice. It's usually in breakfast. It's like an omelet with, but onions, ham, and rice and ketchup. but it's so good. Don't hate it until you try it, okay? I know it sounds disgusting with rice and ketchup, but when you cook the rice, ketchup, ham, onions in an omelet, so you have the omelet around it, the egg. There we go. Um, I didn't like the egg, so mom always gave me my portion, just the guts. So there's Om rice. There's other. When do you head to your beet harvest job? I will be leaving September 20th. I have to be there. I have to check into the campsite on the 23rd, and the 24th is my orientation at 8 a.m. in the morning on this at September. So that is when I will be leaving. Everybody, Pam is saying hi. How about shrimp tempura? Yeah, I can do that too. I'd have to get a wok. Well, no, I guess I can use it. Can just use oil in a pan. But yeah, I can do it. Curry chicken patties. Oh, I know, right? Nice. I love curry. I'm not gonna lie. I love curry. Sushi, I'm not really good at. No, not gonna lie. My mom never really taught me how to do it, so I've been trying to perfect it, but they never work out. I have the stuff to do it. I have the vinegar, right, to make the vinegar rice, and I have the wasabi powder. I have all of that, but I can't roll it right. It always falls apart on me. I can never make it right. She's good. Good. I just can't believe somebody would just go up and slap her. I mean, I don't care, road rage or not or whatever, it has no right to lay hands on anybody else. I don't care. So, anyway, so that's pretty much it, guys. That is my sloppy chicken. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for showing up today and, just chilling out with me, saying hi. Recipe is listed below in the description box. I will be uploading a thumbnail for all the ingredients that you can see in one fell swoop. You can use chicken breast, chicken tenderloin, yeah, just cutting them up into bite-sized cubes. I looked at whatever was cheapest. Yeah, because chicken got expensive all of a sudden. So for that little tenderloin was $6 and some odd cents, and I'm like, wow. Where it used to be like $4. So yeah, food is definitely increased as far as the chicken is concerned. Um, I used to be able to get like 6 drum legs for like a couple of bucks. Now it's like $5 for 6 drumsticks. Really? Seriously? It's like double the price. Um, yeah. Oh, everybody's saying bye, Lise. Everyone have a great week. Thank you, everyone. When you come down to the U.S., a whole fresh and cut up chicken piece. When in Canada, I love extra lean ground chicken. Yep, it's so much better. Yeah, I agree. Anything fresh is always better. Okay, have a blessed day, everyone. Thank you. Anyone, thank you so much for joining me. We will call that a day today. I love each and every one of you. Thanks for hanging out for this Wednesday lunch live. I hope you enjoy it. If you do go ahead and make this recipe, please leave a comment down below. Let me know how it turned out for you. Again, you can make this in a regular casserole dish. You don't need to make it in the Omnia oven if you have a home with an oven. You can make it in a regular casserole dish. Put the layer of chicken, put the layer of cheese, put the cream of mushroom on top, pop it in the oven at 425 for 20 minutes. Okay. You don't have to do the Omnia oven. It's just I'm doing stuff like that's all I have. I don't have an oven here. So what you see is what you get, guys. So thanks so much for showing up. I love you all. And as always, hey, stop dreaming it. Start living it, guys. I'll see you. Bye. Stay safe out there.